this video, you'll learn everything you need to know about discipline. This is a full guide to discipline, how you can implement it and how you can actually change your life through discipline, because it is one of the most, if not the most important trait that you can have towards your journey to success. You need to understand what discipline is. And by that I mean you need to understand the difference between motivation, discipline and willpower. Discipline is not going to the gym. Discipline is not working on your business. Discipline is not eating clean. Discipline is doing something that you particularly didn't want to, because many people think that going to the gym and training hard is discipline, but in reality it's actually not. It's only discipline if you didn't want to. Small things that you don't want to do, but you still do them, then you're using discipline to do them. So I'll just explain it. You're using discipline to do something if you don't want to do it and you're doing it anyway. So let's say you don't want to go to the gym and you're going anyway. That means you're using discipline to go to the gym. Then there's motivation. You want to go to the gym. Let's say you're feeling really good, you're just going to hit this workout, you really want to get to work and really push the weights hard. That means you're motivated to go to the gym because you want to go to the gym. Motivation is just you wanting to do something. Then there's willpower. That could be, I used willpower to not eat the junk food. So by knowing the difference between these three things, you will start to realize that all the stuff that you thought was discipline, it isn't. When you work on your business and you're super motivated and you're like, oh yeah, Andrew Tate, I want to conquer the world. That's not discipline because you want to work on your business. When you go to the gym and you want to train hard, then that's not discipline. Discipline is doing something that you particularly didn't want to do. And this changes your perspective on discipline completely, but it will help so much in your journey to achieve higher levels of discipline. The reason why you need to build discipline is because it will make sure that you can actually do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. And that means that you'll get more consistent, because if you're relying on motivation, you're getting that maybe once a week or maybe even just a few times a month, then you are not going to be doing the work consistently because you're only going to be doing it when you want to. And motivation doesn't last. If you can build discipline, then it will last. And building discipline is hard, but it pays off because that's how you get consistent. That's how you do the hard work even when you don't feel like it. So the first part is killing your ego. Discipline is not a big task for you when you're at basically level 1. Like if you've done discipline work before, oh yeah, okay, maybe not for you, but if you're watching this video, you probably don't have high levels of discipline. But discipline is not some like going on a run in the rain. That's not discipline for you. You don't need to do those big things. For me, literally, discipline is just wiping my desk off dust when I don't want to. I do it every single day. That's my discipline task. I take a cloth and I wipe my 2 desks every single day, even when I don't want to. Like, discipline task is just a small thing that you do every single day, even when you don't want to. You are level 1, so stop thinking that you can do some David Goggins type shit. You're not that great yet because you haven't leveled up. So this seems weird, but find one thing that you can do every single day that you actually don't want to do. So it will be hard because your brain will start to find something that you would actually enjoy. So let's just say that, what could it be? So for example, in the gym, your discipline task could be go run for 5 minutes. Maybe you want to run, or it could be every morning when you wake up you have to do 10 push-ups. But you would be motivated for that. You need to find something that you particularly didn't want to do. So for example, in the gym it could be, for me, it's stretching. I don't really want to stretch, but I do it every single day just because it's a discipline task for me now. So in the gym it could be for you, it could be stretching, it could be going on the treadmill for 10 minutes after every single workout. It could be doing abs every single workout. And you can find it for all aspects of your life, but like I also do one for like at home, which you can just use for everything. So for example, wiping my desk, it doesn't really go towards anything other than building discipline. I just do it for the discipline. So you could think about something at home. Maybe it could be cleaning up your floor every single day, or it could be putting your stuff in order so your room doesn't look like a mess. it could be taking the laundry out, it could be wiping dust off your desk, whatever you don't want to do, whatever you can see. If you look around your room and there's something that's always out of place or always look bad, just choose that thing because you probably don't want to. And right now I can already tell that your brain is kind of like arguing with you, saying, no, don't do that one, just do the other one. That's exactly the one thing you have to do. When your brain starts telling you that, do that specific task, because that's the one that will build you the most discipline. And now that you found your discipline task, just go ahead and do that discipline task every single day. And especially do it when you don't want to. And when you do that, you start to build your discipline slowly. And once that becomes a habit and it's very easy and you don't even think about it, you just do it, then you can start to increase the difficulty. But for now, just start with those small things and it will get your discipline up. That's why they always say the first step towards success is making your bed, because you don't want to make your bed, but it gives you discipline, because doing something that you particularly didn't want to is what's going to help you do the work even when you don't want to. You see, it might not be so obvious that wiping the dust off your desk is going to help you, build $1 million business. But when you think about it, if you can't even have the discipline to wipe the dust off your desk, how are you going to have the discipline to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day and work for hours on your business? You see, it actually correlates more than you think. So you need to get that into your mind, that you can actually, through small habits, improve your discipline drastically. And even when your brain tells you to, like one day when you don't want to do it and your brain says, no, Loris was just saying lightly, don't do it, it doesn't really matter, there's no dust on the desk today because you just wiped it yesterday. Do it anyway. If there's no dust, if there's dust, whatever, do it every single day even if you don't want to. That's how you're going to level up with discipline and self-improvement habits. It's basically the same. So as I said before with the gym task, you just have to, for all of your things that you're doing, maybe your work, your gym, whatever it is, you can just find a small thing that will just add a bit of difficulty. So let's say you're motivated to go to the gym. And if you're, of course, not motivated, then that's discipline enough. But let's say you are motivated, you want to go to the gym. Then it could be stretching, it could be the treadmill, it could be abs, whatever. Just find one small thing that you particularly don't want to do when your workout is done, and just go do that every time you work out. And maybe for your work, it could be reading for 10 minutes every single day. For every single self-improvement habit there is, or every single self-improvement stuff, just do a small little thing that you can add on that is a little bit annoying that you don't want to do. So as I said, for the gym it could be stretching, and for your work it could be reading or meditating or whatever it is. Just find some small little thing that will make it a tiny bit harder. For me, that small task in the gym at least is that I stretch. Every single day I stretch. And it doesn't have to be like this same stretching routine. You could just do like some cope stretch, like doing like this, or the one with when you're trying to grab your toes. Just do something. At least just like you're showing up. It doesn't really matter if you're doing it that great, as long as you're just doing it. That's what matters, because we're not trying to become like an ultra flexible person. We're just trying to build discipline. And of course, if you keep doing that, if you keep stretching, you will become a flexible person. But the point right now is just to get disciplined. Now that you know what you have to do to build discipline, you also have to change how you view yourself, because if you don't view yourself worthy of achieving the goals that you've set you and the standards that you have, then you're just gonna fail when the journey gets hard. Because if you don't set the standards for yourself and view yourself as worthy of the goals that you've set, then you will just quit when it gets hard. Especially with discipline, you'll just say, oh, that discipline doesn't matter. So the goals that you set yourself in achieving discipline, and whatever goals that you actually have, you need to make sure that your self-image is on point, because if you don't view yourself as worthy, if you view yourself as the guy who's trying to do something, who's trying to become disciplined, then you'll always be that guy who's trying to become disciplined. Instead, if you say to yourself every single day, I am the guy that is disciplined, then you'll act as that. It's the same if you go into the gym saying, I'm the guy who's trying to get into shape. You're always being the guy trying to do something. If you constantly tell yourself you're an athlete when you go into the gym, your mind will start to believe that. So you need to change the way that you view yourself. I'm not saying be like egotistical, thinking, oh yeah, I can be a millionaire. I'm just gonna build 10 kilograms of muscle in 2 weeks, right? But everything in moderation. Set high goals that are, of course, achievable. Not like some weird ones that like, yeah, I want to make 1 million a year after 3 months. Take some like reasonable but high goals. Set them, and then set your self-image as the person who can achieve that. Because if you think you're the person who's trying to achieve that, then you won't achieve it. Now, one thing that is for sure is that you will fail. And you have to accept it. And you might say, no, I'm just going to keep on staying consistent. At some point, you will fail. And I've already made a video on how to overcome failure. So when you fail, you can just go back to this video and click the link in the description where I've put the video where I talk about how to overcome failure and get the ball rolling again and get back onto track with your discipline task and not stay in a rut for like weeks and months, maybe even. By now you know what discipline, motivation and willpower is. You know how to increase your discipline. You know that you shouldn't have such a big ego. You know what to do when you fail, but you also know how to view yourself in trying to achieve discipline. And now you're basically set to go and become the disciplined man that you want to be. Congratulations on completing this full guide. I promise you this will change your life if you implement it and stay committed to it. I'm just so happy to be the guy introducing you to this beautiful path of discipline, and I hope that you will comment if this actually helped and changed your life, so I can see how much it has helped you and how much happier you've become after implementing this, because I've definitely become a lot happier since I've become more disciplined. You're clearly interested in self-improvement videos like this one, so go down and click the subscribe button. It's a win-win for me and you. You get more videos like these, and I get to teach you. And remember to put one foot in front of the other.